What is good, everybody? What is good? Welcome. Come on in. We got a hot topic today that we're going to discuss. We're going to talk about why haters are low vibrational. And I know every one of you guys listening to this has encountered a hater or two, at least in your life, if not more. If you have, this is the podcast for you right here. So yeah, let's just get started, man. Let's just jump into it. And so, why haters are low vibrational? And so basically, man, you have to look at it from this perspective that you know, energy is so important. People read other people's energy. When you hear something like 80 to 90% of communication is nonverbal, what usually they're referring to is your energy. You know what I'm saying? Your energy is what it is that they respond to. And so people are going to respond to it a certain way. You know, some people carry their own type of energy. Some people carry their own type of vibe. And, you know, usually whenever you're out and about or whatnot, you're going to notice that certain people's vibes and energies is going to vibe with your vibe and energy, right? And then there's going to be times when, you know, your vibe and energy is going to be different than other people's vibe and energy. And sometimes when that happens too, you know, yeah, you can probably get people who can be indifferent about it, but you're also going to get people who are going to resist towards it. And so I'm just going to bring up certain topics as to why this happens. And so one of the things, fellas, you know, and for my ladies out here too, for the guys, one of the things I notice is that guys who are low vibrational usually are the type of guys who you would find, you know, cooming or looking at the adult sites. And what people don't understand, what people don't realize with this is that it has a way of affecting you psychologically. Because you may be thinking like, okay, dang, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to knock one out real quick, boom, and I'm going to go ahead and go about my day, right? But you're not realizing that kind of effect can drain you. Because you got to understand, man, that, you know, when you release life force, life energy like that, that is what's going to resemble itself to the outer world. So always remember that, you know, what you do behind closed doors, and I'm not here to judge. Let me just be the first one to say I'm not here to judge, and I'm not here to tell people what to do or what they should do or how they should do it. That's not my job. I'm not the moral police here. I'm just stating what I've seen, and I'm just stating facts on this thing. You know, you as a listener can decide how you want to approach that. But more often than not, that kind of vibe and that kind of energy, when it's done behind closed doors, has a way of revealing itself to the light, right? And so meaning that people can pick up on that vibe and energy. You know, they could pick up on that low vibration because you don't have anything there. And when people notice that you don't have anything there, you know, depending on who you're around, if you're finding yourself being around somebody who has more energy, you know what I'm saying, who just has just that aura, that presence, that magnetism to them, you're going to feel less than, because you're now surrounding yourself with somebody, or people for that matter, who tend to have a very high vibration about them. And this is what causes it to be a threat amongst these type of men. And these type of men are the ones that tend to get very jealous, and they tend to get very envious of you. And they get envious and jealous of you is because basically you shining your light and being the best version of yourself consistently automatically becomes a reflection upon them. And now they see themselves as like, oh, damn, okay, how he is, because subconsciously they know deep down inside, okay, I need to be behaving in this type of manner in my own way. But obviously, of course, when you're low vibrational and stuff like that, you're going to be on the defense. And I've noticed that a lot. And so then they start to realize, okay, damn, okay, this guy is a threat. This guy is this guy can, you know, he can do X, Y, and Z to me. And that's another thing too you'll find is that low vibrational men especially have a tendency to be very timid as well. And you'll start to see it in their behavior in a lot of ways. You'll see it in a lot of their characteristics. They have a tendency sometimes to try to manipulate situations. They'll have a tendency to talk ish about you behind your back. Say all types of things about you, that they know is not true, is not true, but yet at the same time, they got to figure out a way how to dim your light, or they got to figure out a way how to destroy what it is that you're doing out here. Because what you're doing out here is what you're supposed to be doing and being high vibrational. And I'm not saying that it's always going to be flawless all the time. You're still a human being, life comes in waves. But when you're consistent and you're always giving out great vibes, great energy, that's where the haters are going to start popping out, man. And here's the thing. You'll find that your haters a lot of times are going to be people that are going to be in close proximity of you. And the reason for that more often than not is because people who are in close proximity to you get a chance to study you. And it's crazy sometimes because even I have people tell me, offhand that like, hey, I study you and I study what you do and I study your movements and everything. And I'm just thinking like, okay, you're fucking creepy, right? But at the same time, it's true. Like, people will pick up on those type of things. And so a lot of times your haters are going to be those who are going to be in that close circle of you. And that could be your coworkers, that could be family, that could be friends, quote unquote, or it could be just people that you may be around on an everyday basis. They're going to start watching, they're going to start paying attention. And then they're going to start realizing, okay, man, this person is not who they are. They do things a little bit different. They move and shake differently. They talk different. And it's a big thing, man. And so people can pick up on vibrations. Don't sleep on that. Like, people can pick up on vibrations. And so another thing too, when it comes to being high vibrational, a lot of times too, you may get females that are going to hate on you too, man. And I know that's going to sound kind of crazy and it's going to sound kind of weird in a lot of ways, but you'll notice that females will start hating on you too. And what I mean by that is that, especially if you're a person with good vibrations, great energy, a lot of times, you could be that guy with that tendency to have that glow about you. And women pick up on that too. And one of the things with women, especially, women can definitely pick up on energy. I'm telling you, guys out here, listen to me. Like, women can definitely pick up on energy very, very intuitively. They can pick up on it subconsciously, consciously, unconsciously. Like, women are great at picking up on vibrations. And so a woman can feel your vibration. And a lot of times, they know how to play it off in a lot of ways. They'll pretend like they're not looking at you. They'll pretend like they're not watching you. They'll pretend like, they know that you're not there in a lot of ways, but that doesn't change the fact that they still feel your energy in a lot of ways. And you'll probably find that, there'll be some women, for instance, guys out here, that, you can come across a woman and she might feel your energy and she may start smiling. She may start giggling, playing with her hair, doing little things like that to show that kind of interest, right? But you may also have women too who may feel that way. They may feel that connection with you. They may feel something with you, that tingling sensation, but they may not want to show that for whatever reason. And that's women being low vibrational in that sense. Because in a lot of ways, women who are low vibrational like that have a tendency sometimes of not really wanting to show their cards to the table like that for whatever reason, And a lot of them, when they interact, especially if they're interacting with men, not all, but a lot of them like to operate in the mental as opposed to operating in the physical. And that's why you'll get a lot of women sometimes where, they may like your attraction, they may like your vibe, they may like your energy, but at the same time too, they're going to be awkward about it. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to go about that. They're not used to it. And so for them, that's going to be an adjustment period for them. I mean, and don't get me wrong, you may have some women, for instance, who are going to go to certain lengths as far as to be manipulative when you have that high vibration about you. A lot of times, they can just like guys, they can have that tendency of saying things about you that are not true. Calling you this, calling you that. And a lot of times a lot of them who make those distinctions about you, believe it or not, usually tend to do it because there's some sort of interest in you. Because you have to understand that any outside of indifference with women, outside of that, whether they hate you or whether they like you, it doesn't matter. As long as it's anything but indifference, that means there's an interest there. So I hope you guys caught that. And so a lot of times, let's say you could be the type of dude who, is going about your business, and you may find a female or two that is attracted to you or whatnot. You may find that maybe that particular woman who has that interest with you, but she's low vibrational, may go ahead and start rumors about you that, hey, you're this type of guy, you're this type of person, you're a player this, player that, woo woo. And then all of a sudden, use that as an angle for them to come and then put themselves in a position for you to either approach them or them to approach you, and then try to make something happen from that. So that's something that you want to just catch as well too when it comes to females. So females tend to hate a lot, but they tend to hate a lot on the outside, but the way that they feel is a lot different as well. So that's something to pick up on as well. And I touch on this a little bit too, but also too, haters, and you see this with dudes a lot, tend to get scared of your energy. Your energy has that tendency of really kind of scaring guys in a lot of ways because they're low vibrational. Again, they realize that, dang, you carry so much energy, you carry so much vitality, you carry just a way about you. You got a swagger, you got a charisma, you got that essence about you. And so, you come off as a man's man. And a lot of these dudes don't like that because, if they're not that type of guy, obviously they, like I said, they see you as a threat, and they can also see you as a threat that, that they would be scared of, and be scared to confront you, or they would be scared if you were to confront them about it. And so that's another thing too, that guys, you have to kind of pay attention to. Those are things that you kind of have to watch out for, is the fact that they're going to get scared in a lot of ways. They're going to be nervous. They're going to be anxious. And that's just their way of showing respect, honestly. Because usually guys who behave in that kind of manner and behave in that kind of fashion, in a lot of ways, it's like, I know, and this is going to sound crazy, it's like they want to be cool with you. As much as they're trying to be divisive towards you, what's really behind it is the fact that it's like, damn, like, I like who you are. I like what you do. I just don't know how to show that, damn, I can rock with what you're doing. And guys are weird like that, man. Guys are really, really weird like that, especially low vibrational dudes, aka haters. They're going to behave in that manner. And so as a guy who, you got that high vibration, you out here winning, you don't want to, get yourself caught up into things like that, because you now understand why they're doing it in the first place. You understand what the motive is behind it. They're just scared. They act like little kids. You know what I'm saying? They act like little boys, grown men acting like 5-year-old, 6-year-olds in these kind of situations. I know. And this happens a lot out here in society, man. It's crazy, but it happens. And so that's just something to keep in mind. That's just something to keep in perspective of that. And understand also too, being high vibrational, that energy is going to be felt. You're going to have that aura about you. You're going to have that presence about you. You're going to have that, like I said, that charisma. And anywhere you go and stuff like that, you're going to draw attention to you. You're going to captivate a room. You're going to be that person that people are going to stare at and they're going to watch. Like I said, women have a tendency sometimes of looking at you, and then if you catch them looking, they're looking away, but they're looking at you because they're studying you. They're studying your energy. They're studying your vibrations. And so you're going to get a lot of eyes on you. You're going to get a lot of stares. You're going to get a lot of like, what is he about? He seems a little bit different than all the other guys out here. And that's something to just keep in mind, guys. That's just something to really just watch out for, and understand that you're going to get eyes on you. You're going to get people watching you. You're going to get people really trying to see what the real deal is with you. And so understand that that's all part of the journey with this. And I want to just end it on this note right here too. And I know some of my fellas out here can definitely attest to this. Definitely comment it on the comment section about it if you've been through this, that usually whenever guys in general tend to hate on you, it's always because of a female. 9 times out of 10, whenever a guy is hating on you for whatever reason, it's usually because of a female. I'm telling you, man, I look back on my experiences, I look back on my situations, And just about every dude who like hated on me and was hating on me on a consistent basis, there was a female that they liked, that they were attracted to, that they wanted to be with. That woman was feeling me, and she was feeling who I was and what I was about and my character and my presence and just my alpha, you know what I'm saying? Being that dude, you know, carrying myself as that dude, carrying myself as a king out here. And these dudes have a tendency sometimes to kind of catch that. Because remember, vibrations are felt, energy is felt. So if they can see that thing, that particular female that they're interested in, all of a sudden is checking you out, watching you, looking at you and stuff like that, these dudes are going to hate. So it's funny sometimes, man, because I could be at the gym, for instance, and I'm just getting my workout in, things like that, this, that, and the third. And I notice that I'll interact with a dude or something like that, and they'll try to give me like the cold shoulder or the third degree. And anytime that happens, I always think, no, hold on a second. That must mean that there's a female in here somewhere. And they're usually attractive women too, man. They're usually like you're attractive women, or you're a very attractive woman, or you're a very, very attractive woman. They're going to have that tendency to draw to you and draw to your energy. And these dudes see that, you know, and it's usually a very, very attractive woman at that too, who's checking you out. And so they start to feel a certain way about it. And that's usually where a lot of the hating tends to stem as far as guys go. They just, you know, guys are very simple in that sense, man. You know, it's about the money, it's about the women, it's about, you know, just the material, things like that. Guys on the surface, they're very basic on that sense, you know. Outside of that, guys just tend to keep to themselves for the most part. And as long as it's not a situation where someone's safety is on the line, guys just tend to do their own thing, right? But if a guy has to go out of his way to just hate on you like that, just to hate on you, chances are that there's a woman somewhere in the midst that is really feeling you, and she's checking you out, and she really wants to get to know who you are as a person. So that's just something to just keep in mind, fellas. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear from you guys. And I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you guys for the support and the love. And I'm going to definitely catch you guys on the next audio. Peace.